Driving a vehicle is a complex skill that requires the seamless integration of physical, perceptual, and cognitive abilities. Though often taken for granted, becoming a truly competent and safe driver is a lifelong process of learning and experience. Here are the different types of skills required for driving. Physical skills. Coordination. Smoothly coordinating your hands and feet is essential for steering, accelerating, and braking. For a manual transmission vehicle, this also includes mastery of the clutch. Vehicle control. Learning the function of each vehicle control, such as the steering wheel, gear shift, and pedals, is a fundamental part of the process. Maneuvering. Turning, changing lanes, reversing, and parking all require a great deal of precision and practice. Perceptual skills. Spatial awareness. You must be able to accurately judge the position of your vehicle relative to other objects on the road, including pedestrians, cyclists, and other cars. Observation. A skilled driver is constantly scanning the road ahead, checking mirrors, and looking for potential hazards. Most accidents occur when a driver fails to observe something right in front of them. Prioritization. On the road, drivers must continuously process multiple sources of information and decide which to focus on. For instance, in bad weather, control of the vehicle takes precedence over other tasks. Cognitive skills. Concentration. Driving demands your full attention. Distractions like cell phones or fatigue can significantly impair your ability to react to sudden changes in the environment. Anticipation and defensive driving. Competent drivers don't just react, they anticipate the potential errors of other drivers and road users. This allows them to avoid incidents by predicting what could go wrong. Problem solving. In unpredictable situations like a road closure or mechanical failure, a skilled driver must be able to think critically and solve problems quickly and logically.
Getting help for road rage starts with self-awareness and implementing practical strategies to manage your anger while driving. For many people, techniques for de-escalation are sufficient. However, for persistent or extreme road rage, professional help may be necessary. Strategies to manage your own road rage. Identify your triggers. Pay attention to what specific situations or actions by other drivers make you angry. Common triggers include traffic congestion, feeling rushed, and inconsiderate behavior like being cut off. Practice deep breathing. When you feel your anger rising, take slow, deep breaths. This can help lower your heart rate and calm your nervous system. Plan ahead. Give yourself plenty of time to reach your destination. If you're not in a hurry, you will feel less stressed and impatient if you encounter delays. Adjust your perspective. Remind yourself that you cannot control other drivers' actions, only your reaction to them. Assume the other driver is having a bad day or made an honest mistake. Create a calming environment. Listen to music you enjoy or a relaxing podcast to help soothe your nerves and distract you from external triggers. Make your car comfortable. Ensure your seat, mirrors, and steering wheel are adjusted to a comfortable position to avoid physical discomfort, which can add tension. Take a break. If you're feeling overwhelmed, pull over to a safe place when you can. Taking a moment to collect yourself can prevent a dangerous outburst. If the police signal for you to stop, you must comply immediately and safely. Evading police is a serious criminal offense in South Africa and can have severe consequences, including imprisonment. Fleeing increases the risk of an accident and can lead to the police using force to effect an arrest. If a marked police car is chasing you, stop in a safe, visible area. Turn on your hazard lights and pull over to the side of the road. Choose a well-lit and populated area, especially if you feel unsafe or being pursued at night. Turn off the engine. Place the keys on the dashboard or drop them onto the floor to show you're not a threat. Keep your hands visible. Place your hands on the steering wheel where the officer can see them. Remain in the vehicle. Do not exit the car unless instructed to do so. This is for both your safety and the officer's. Cooperate with the officer. Be polite and respectful. You are required to provide your name, address, and driver's license upon request. Avoid arguing with the officer at the roadside. Do not resist. If the officer attempts to arrest you, do not resist. They may use reasonable force to overcome resistance. Know your rights. If arrested, You have the right to be informed of the reason, remain silent, and consult with a lawyer. What to do if you suspect it is not the police? In South Africa, it is a crime for someone to impersonate a police officer. If you're concerned that an unmarked vehicle or a person in plain clothes is not a real officer, follow the blue light protocol. Slow down immediately and turn on your hazard lights. Indicate that you want the vehicle to follow you. Drive at a slow, safe speed, no more than 40 kilometers per hour. Drive to the nearest, busiest police station. A service station with CCTV is also a good, safe option. Do not drive home. An impersonator could follow you there. Once at the station, approach the charge office and explain the situation. Consequences of evading police. Criminal charges. Having an attractive passenger can be distracting, but it is essential to prioritize safe driving above all else. Your primary responsibility is to ensure the safety of everyone in the vehicle and on the road. Conversations and interactions with passengers are a common source of cognitive distraction, which can impair your focus and reaction time. Here is what you should do to ensure a safe and successful journey for both of you. Before you drive, focus on setup. Adjust your seat, mirrors, and climate controls before you start driving. This prevents fumbling with controls later, which can take your eyes and hands off the road. Set the right atmosphere. Choose a playlist or music that is pleasant but won't be too distracting. A good sound system is great, but don't play music so loud that it drowns out conversation or becomes a distraction. Plan your route. Use a navigation app or have your passenger assist you with directions. Set the destination before you start moving so you can focus on the road. Keep your phone out of reach. Put your phone in the glove compartment or on silent to avoid the temptation of checking it. While you're driving, keep your eyes on the road. Maintain full concentration on driving. A passenger will appreciate your concern for their safety, so you should avoid long periods of eye contact and prolonged staring. Maintain control of the conversation. If you find yourself in an intense or distracting discussion, it is okay to say so. You can politely explain that you need to focus on driving, and the conversation can continue once you arrive safely. Be courteous and respectful. As the driver, you are in charge of the car, and you should not be pressured by your passenger into driving unsafely. A good passenger will also be a supportive co-pilot and not add to the distractions. Keep calm. Nervousness can increase the chances of an accident. If you feel overwhelmed, take deep breaths and remind yourself that you are confident. Having sexual intercourse while driving is extremely dangerous, illegal, and puts everyone on the road at risk of serious injury or death. It is a highly dangerous form of distracted driving that divides your attention in every way possible. The dangers. Physical distraction. The act requires you to take your hands and potentially other parts of your body off the controls of the car, including the steering wheel, pedals, and gear shifter. This makes it impossible to maintain proper vehicle control. Visual distraction. Your eyes are taken off the road, and you cannot properly scan your surroundings for hazards. A split second of inattention can lead to a crash. A 2021 study found that 40% of reported cases of sexual activity while driving resulted in a crash. Cognitive distraction. Your mind is completely focused on the sexual activity and not on the primary task of driving. Even having a stressful conversation is considered a cognitive distraction. Sexual intercourse is far more consuming. Increased risk. The danger extends beyond the driver and passenger. In the same study, 16% of incidents involve hitting another vehicle and 3% involve hitting a pedestrian or cyclist. Increased speeding and lane departures. Research shows that when drivers engage in sexual activity while driving, they have impaired vehicle control, including speeding and lane departures. As a driver, you're responsible for the safety of everyone in the car and on the road. Any physical contact that distracts you from driving, including from a passenger, should be stopped immediately. Distractions increase the risk of a crash. Here is how to set boundaries with a passenger who is touching you while you drive. Be direct and clear. You need to be direct and assertive. Do not feel embarrassed, as your safety and the safety of your passenger are the top priority. Say it plainly. Push their hand away and say firmly, "Please don't touch me while I'm driving." Explain why. You can also add a brief, non-emotional explanation. Say something like, "I need to focus on the road," or "It's a distraction and it's not safe." Do not make a joke. Keep your tone serious. If you joke about it, they may not take you seriously and could repeat the behavior. Manage the conversation. Sometimes, a passenger may not understand how distracting their behavior is. In this case, you could take a more subtle approach. Be a broken record. If the person continues, repeat your request calmly but firmly. For example, "I've asked you not to touch me while I'm driving. My job is to get us there safely." Save big conversations for later. If the conversation is becoming emotionally charged, tell your passenger you'd like to continue the discussion when you've reached your destination. Plan ahead. Before you even get on the road, you can set clear rules, especially for longer journeys. Establish expectations. Before you begin the journey, let your passenger know what behavior you expect in the car. For instance, "I really appreciate your company, but I need to focus completely when I'm driving. That means I need to concentrate on the road." Manage the environment. Put your phone away and choose music that will not distract you. A relaxed driving environment can help you stay calm and focused. If necessary, pull over.